Hi Virgo, I'm doing a reading for you for the new moon in Scorpio. What I was getting for you before I started your video, right? I feel like you're like collecting facts here. I feel like you're in like detective mode. I feel like I don't know why everything is so shaky today. If it's not my table, it's my camera. If it's not my camera, it's my table. If it's not my table, it's me. I don't know what's happening. Stay still. Let me scoot back so I'm not on the table. Yeah, and then we have the Hermit reverse here. Yeah, I feel like at this time, like I feel like you're more or less like collecting facts, collecting data. I feel like you know a lot more secrets than you're letting on here, right? I feel like there's a lot of things that are coming to you without like I feel like you're learning secrets like that you really don't want to know about people, people in your community, people all around you really. Like I feel like you're just walking into a room and it's like you can just read everybody, everything down, right? I feel like you've gotten extra sensitive at this time, right? I feel like a lot of these secrets come to you. So it's almost like an organizing. I don't know. I'm back on this table. It's almost like an organizing thing. Like if you like Virgo, I feel like your cleanliness, your organizing things. Like I feel like you're walking into the room and it's just like you're just nonchalantly picking things up, right? Like you're putting them back where they go, you're organizing stuff, right? And I feel like as you're doing this, it's almost, I don't know what that gift is called, like where you touch something and you can feel like it's energy or something. It's not just that, but it's like as you're walking through the room and you're picking things up and you're placing them where they're supposed to be at here, or it could have to do with like files. It could have to really anything. It's not just like objects here, right? Like as you're going through these things here, right? I feel like you're able to like really feel and see as to like where these things are supposed to be going, what was there before, the secrets that are untold. Like I feel like you're almost like controlling the environment by how like you're organizing it. You know what I'm saying? Like very feng shui, very it's almost like you know how like when you take like a mandala and you like place crystals on it. I forgot what that's called. My brain's not really here today. You know, and it's like you place certain crystals on certain spots. My mind's blank. But you know what I'm talking about. I feel like that's almost like what you're doing with like objects in a room. It doesn't have to necessarily be crystals, right? But I feel like it's how you specifically with your energy are like picking things up and taking these things to these places, right? And it doesn't even have to be with actual things. It could be with like information. Like say like you're calling different people in your family, right? And it's like these different informations that you're giving out to these different people like all around the world here. It's like crystallized information here, right? It's you're setting up like I'm seeing this almost as like a chessboard. Virgo, I don't know what you got going on here, but and I don't think it's intentional here, right? I don't think that you're like setting out like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, make this mandala with all these crystals on it. No, like I feel like it's something with your energy at this time, right? I feel like you have very, very strong energetic ties to almost like putting things where they're supposed to be, right? Does that make sense? First out, we have 9 of Cups. You see, it looks, you know, kind of like a mandala. I feel like you're setting things, like when you're setting a table, right? And it's like you're putting everything, you're not intentionally doing it, but it's like as you're setting these things and it comes out so beautifully, like that's how I'm almost seeing it. I feel like you're setting a table for something, right? Man, I feel like you're setting yourself up for success. Like I'm gonna use this as an example. So say you're cleaning up your work or your house or something, right? And as you're like putting these things away or putting things up or setting things out here, you're setting yourself up for success. You're putting things where they're belonging. I'm having a hard time explaining this. Ooh. We'll come back to that. Maybe. We'll try to come back to that. Sorry, Virgo. We have 2 of Cups, yeah. Yeah, I feel like this is very heavily involving something involving love, right? Like, I feel like you have a partnership here coming in for you, something that you're dealing with here that truly is something that you really love, something that you really value, right? Something that you actually want to like bind here, right? Maybe you're having like an engagement dinner. I don't know, Virgo. Yeah, I feel like very heavily at this time, I feel like you could be manifesting love here, right? I feel like you could be pulling in love energy. I feel like you could be pouring out love energy in all things that you're doing here, right? And then we have death and rebirth. I feel like there could have been something here in the past that you were dealing with here involving love. And I feel like it's time for a transformation, right? This is Scorpio, the card of Scorpio. I did not know the death card was number 13. What? That means something to me. Yeah, I feel like there's been something here involving love that's really needing a transformation here, right? I feel like you're really wanting that, right? I feel like there could be a partnership here that you really value, you really love, right? Somebody that you have a really deep connection with, somebody that you've really shared a lot of energy with, right? Somebody you shared a lot of energy with. And I feel like it's time for a shift, time for a change here, right? I feel like that's what you're really wanting. I don't think you're wanting this to end. I feel like this is something you really value here. I feel like it's not so much a death. I feel like you're more or less wanting like a rebirth of it, right? Yeah, 2 of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like the love that you have here, I feel like it's time for a transformation. I feel like you know and see that. I don't feel like it's something that you're wanting to let go of here, right? I feel like you know, like it's just how things have been isn't really how you're wanting them to go, right? And I feel like it's been kind of keeping you like out of balance a little bit, right? And I feel like that's why we had that that Hermit card reverse in the beginning of the reading. I feel like it's been kind of keeping you out of balance here, and I feel like you know that it's time for if this love is going to go any further, you know, I feel like you know it's time for it to go through a transformation here for you, right? I feel like that's something that you're really wanting. I feel like it's a wish fulfillment for you here, and then we have the Moon. I feel like, you know, like once this transformation like goes through, this love's going to be bringing in a lot more of what you're wanting here, right? And then we have the Moon card, right? I feel like the transformation of this relationship, I don't feel like it's like forthright. Like I don't feel like your friends and family are like seeing you guys like you know, start going on dates more, or, you know, do this, do that. No, I feel like it's like an internal shift with you guys, right? Like I feel like this is just something that you're feeling within each other, right? Like I feel like the love energy could have picked up between you two, you know, like I feel like yeah. I don't think this is something that the rest of the world. I think this is just something between you two, right? Maybe I shouldn't do that. I was gonna check a text message, but never mind. I'm not gonna touch it. Yeah, and then we have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Um, yeah, when this when this transformation comes through for you, it's going to be very much a good thing, right? I feel like it's going to bring in better opportunities for you and your partner. I feel like you guys are going to start valuing each other more, right? Like I feel like there's going to be like I feel like you're going to start investing in one another more, right? Like I feel like you're actually going to start like pouring into each other more, right? You're going to look at this as more of an investment than just like a fling or a romance. Like I feel like this could have been a partnership where it really just wasn't that serious, right? It was the Two of Cups, right? I mean, in this Two of Cups, like they're just holding hands, right? Like they're just holding hands. But I feel like ooh. Yeah, I feel like when this transformation comes through, I feel like you guys are really going to start valuing each other, right? What is this Nine of Cups? We have the Six of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're really wanting to be involved at this time with people that you truly value. Somebody that like a group of people that you can grow with, people that you can really be close knitted with, right? Like I feel like you're really at this time wanting to surround yourself with people you value, people that you can view as a team, people that you can really work side by side and know that it's going to have like lasting results, lasting bonds, right? Like I feel like you're really focusing in at this time with people that you have compatible energy with, that can be worth putting things into, right? I feel like in the past, I feel like the reason why you're wanting this so heavily, I feel like in the past, like that really hadn't been what you've been going through, right? Like I feel like in the past, like I feel like you've kind of been dealing in energies where people, it wasn't like that. Like it wasn't like a real team effort. It wasn't like a real, a real understanding, people you could really grow with, work side by side with here, right? And then we have the Two of Cups with the Four of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you could be walking away from a home involving romance here a little bit. I don't think you're doing it out in the open either. Like we have the Moon here. Yeah, and we have the Death. Yeah, I feel like there could have been a relationship, a bond here that you truly valued. Yeah, and I feel like you're just kind of like walking away from it a little bit here, right? I feel like you had to in order to get this transformation, right? I don't think it's like a permanent goodbye. Who knows? I don't know. But I feel like in order for you to get this death and rebirth at this time, because it is Scorpio season, that's what this energy is. In order to go through this rebirthing stage, you kind of had to leave this behind. I don't think that this romance was somebody that was long lasting, because it was just Two of Cups. It was just somebody you're holding hands with. Right, and yeah. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. I feel like you're leaving behind anybody who wasn't coming in and like being truthful with you, who wasn't coming in and being honest, right? I feel like you were allowing people in who could have been like keeping secrets from you, who could have been hiding some stuff, right? And I feel like that's being transformed at this time, yeah, with the Lover. Yeah. If you were dealing with the Lover here who kept things hidden from you a lot, that's being transformed, right? That's got to be transformed. There's no way for this relationship to even go on and prosper if you guys can't open up and be honest with one another, right? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, if you want it to work, yeah, you got to let it go so some truths can come back to you here, Virgo. I feel like that's kind of why you're in like detective mode here a little bit, right? When the Eight of Wands, yeah, it's gonna happen suddenly, right? It's gonna happen out of nowhere. And we have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this is happening so you can find your balance, right? I feel like there could have been a lot of fighting, chaotic energy here. We have the Five of Wands that could have been tearing you off of your balance here, right? I feel like we have the Four of Cups. I feel like you could have been in the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you were feeling left out. I feel like you were feeling like angry, kind of like fighting here a little bit. I feel like you knew what you were wanting. I feel like it was just kind of like out of your reach here. And Virgo, don't cry. Like, I feel like you're really just trying to like go in and like figure it out, you know, like there's no way you can find balance in yourself if you're in this energy here, right? Like look at these, like you're left out, you're sad, you're broken, you're fighting, you're angry. And I feel like that's what this connection was like putting you in, like it was tearing you out of balance. And the universe has to come in and fix it. Like the universe will only allow you to stay in that energy if that's what you really want, if that's what you're really enjoying, right? Like you will only stay in this energy if that's something that you truly enjoy being in, right? And if you don't, then it's time to like walk away, right? And maybe the energy gets fixed and maybe it doesn't, but like the main focus is you and your balance and your energy and what you're pouring in and how it's going to reproduce in your life. Like, especially in these new moon cycles. Keep in mind, when a new moon happens, 6 months later, that full moon happens, right? I've experienced the shit out of that. Aries new moon to Aries full moon. You know, like I went through some chaos there and I sure enough got it right back. And in these new moon cycles, like you have to understand, like you will have a return of it, you know, and pay attention to what you're investing yourself in. You know, like you can't keep pouring into these chaotic energies and expect peace, you know? I've been, those damn chaos fairies, those 5/5 energies, man. When those have been coming in, like, and I hear the real, like I hear this like negative self-talk and it's just going on. And instead of like allowing myself to get wrapped up in it and like cry over it and like work myself up into it, right? And allow myself to talk myself into all these negative things that really are not true, right? I've hit the tape recorder on myself. I'm like, I am kind, I am beautiful, I am smart, I am loved, I am safe. And I will repeat this. I will repeat this for 30 minutes if that's what it takes to keep myself from going into that energy, you know, like, and it sound like I sound like a robot doing it, but it's like, I'd rather use my voice for something good than use my mind for something bad. You know what I'm saying? Like transmute the energy. Like don't sit there in your head in negative thoughts, right? Like if you have the power, if you have the choice, if you have the ability to change that within yourself, why wouldn't you? And it's just so something so simple as making affirmations and allowing yourself to tell the world, to tell yourself, hey, this is my truth. This is what I choose to be my truth, right? And it's positive, and I'm affirming it. This is who I am. Not these crazy fiddle fairies, you know, like don't let these like little demons get in your ear, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not true. Like your spirit guides, angels, God, they don't want you to sit here in negative energies that are telling yourself things that are like that. Like that's the devil, bro. Like that's the devil. Like no. That's not the light. Like that's not positive, right? And don't allow yourself to fall into that. Like it takes a long time to get back up when you start listening to those voices, right? Like be the change you want to see in the world, right? Nobody else can make those changes for you but you, right? And instead of being in these chaotic fighting energies, go into your manifestation mode. That's very much what I'm getting with this. How you're going to get back to your balance here, how you're going to get back to your Two of Pentacles here, right? Is working through these 2 5s. 5-5. It's your chaos fairy energy, right? You go into your 4 of Cups energy, you pull on your big girl panties, and you go into manifestation mode, right? Like, no, and you're not going to accept whatever bullshit's being given to you here. No, I'm going to start a freaking rainbow. This is my life. This is what I'm going to put my hands on. Not anything else, nobody else. You know, like, I feel like you're getting really serious and really understanding how much power you hold, right? Like, don't be a victim, right? And you're just being a victim to yourself when you allow these things, right? Like, don't do that. Like, you are powerful. You are in control, Virgo, and you know that, right? So make the changes necessary to help yourself, right? What is this moon card? 10 of Pentacles. Virgo, and you did it. Virgo, that's all you need. That's all you need. You just, not anybody else, Virgo, not anybody else can tell you how strong you are. Nobody else can tell you how much money you have in the bank. Nobody else can tell you how beautiful you are until you sit in that mirror and you look at yourself, until you go and check your bank account, until you take your ass to work and do what you're supposed to be doing, right? Like, nobody else can come and show you this, right? It's only you. Only you have the power of yourself, right? And if you're allowing other people to have power over you, who are you, Virgo? Who are you, right? We have the moon and the 10 of Pentacles here, right? I feel like because you start taking power and control back of yourself, of your mind, of who you really are, of what you really want here, I feel like you're pulling in this 10 of Pentacles, right? I feel like you're pulling it in. I feel like the first moon card was this walking away, right? This first moon card. I feel like the first moon card, there was a wave that came in, and I feel like Virgo, it made me cry here. Ooh, I feel like this first moon card, where you walked away from this love here that I feel like you really loved. I feel like a wave came in, and don't cry, Tara. I feel like I don't think you rode the wave, Virgo. I feel like you drowned. I feel like the wave took you right under, right? But baby, I feel like you got back up on that surfboard, right? Because this moon card, you're in the forest, right? Like you're almost at the top of the trees here. You know what I'm saying? Virgo, you pull yourself out from like the bottom of the ocean. You are that strong. You are that powerful. You will not let yourself drown out here, Virgo. Nobody else can do this but you. Nobody else can rescue you but you, right? Like, you know how to swim. You can surf. And Virgo, when you start surfing, you're going to start pulling in this beautiful, wonderful family, this romance, this marriage, this family. You will have these things. You just have to remember who you are and how powerful and how strong you are. Like, that's it. I don't care if you sound like a robot out here. Like, you tell yourself the truth. Don't listen to the liars. Don't listen. Like, it's not true, you know? And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying. You sturdied yourself. You stabilized yourself. You went from being underwater to out here like the Knight of Pentacles. Sorry. That's my mama. Yeah, you stabled yourself. You sturdied yourself. I feel like when you get like a sure-footed stance here, like Virgo, like nothing can waver you. I feel like there's so many things out here trying to like push you and I feel like you're like a tree out here, like a little baby tree. And I feel like there's all this wind out here pushing you, pulling you, and trying to uproot you here. And Virgo, you're not gonna let them do it. Like, you're rooted. You're here for life. Let's go. And then we have the King of Pentacles here, right? Yeah, I feel like that's you, Virgo. I feel like that's you. Virgo, that's you. You sturdied yourself. You stabilized yourself. You became this King of Pentacles. Whether you're a masculine figure or not, like, you became this figure. You realized who you were. you became the king of your own life here. And not only the king of your life, like you're pulling in mad money. Sorry, my mom's freaking out. I didn't answer my phone. And with this Page of Pentacles here, right? Like, I feel like you have new opportunities pouring in for you. We have a Hierophant here. Virgo, that's what I'm saying. You have somebody coming in, like, offering you. It almost seems like marriage is something that you had to let go of here in the past, right? And I feel like once you've stabilized yourself, I feel like you have, like, an opportunity to, like, really, like, deepen the relationship here, right? I feel like you really, Justice in reverse. You know, this is how I'm looking at this card. Hierophant and Justice. How I'm looking at this, I feel like you went in and you dealt with your shadow self. I feel like you flipped this shit on its head, right? I feel like you went in and you dealt with your negative energy. That's all of, like, this negative self-talk and shit. Like, I don't know why I'm cussing so much. Let me... I feel like you went and flipped it on its head. Like, I feel like you went in. I feel like you got higher learning about what it was you were really dealing with. Right? Sorry, I'm getting so many text messages here. sorry. Nobody ever texts me or calls me until I'm on these videos. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like you get a new opportunity when you go in and you deal with your fears, your worries, your stresses. You really deal with all of the negativity that you keep feeding yourself. I feel like that's just what it is, right? Let's get one more card out for you. The Devil in reverse. That's what I'm saying. Devil in reverse. Virgo. You release yourself from all these negative attachments. You release yourself from any manipulation. You release yourself from any of the chaos fairies. Anybody, like, trying to hold you back. Anybody trying to, like, bind you in a way that is not comfortable for you, right? Anything that you don't agree with, right? Like, Virgo, you're getting, with the Hierophant, Devil in reverse, Virgo, I feel like you're realizing how to change your life, right? I feel like you're realizing, like, how powerful you are, how strong you really are. Okay, let's get one card out for how you can help heal this energy. Make a meal. Use your hands. Get out here and really pour yourself into what you're feeding yourself here. Really pay attention to what you're putting into your body. That means TV, food, drinks, people, conversations, everything. Be completely involved in what it is. Don't allow these things just to, like, be... I feel like this negative self-talk, this negative space, I feel like you've been just putting garbage. I feel like you've been watching trash TV. I feel like you've been talking to trash people. I feel like you've been eating trash food, drinking trash beer. I feel like, Virgo, pay attention to what you are putting in your body, right? Like, what you're listening to, everything. If it's trash music, like, let it go. Let it go. Only allow yourself to put healthy things in, right? Only speak healthy things. Only speak happy things. Only speak things that you want to come to pass. That's something I'm really having to learn with these videos. Let me tell you, because they come back, baby. They come back real quick. Be very careful as to what you're putting out into the world. You know, like what you're telling yourself, what you're intaking, especially what you're intaking. Don't be out here involving yourself with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know, like even if it's for your job. I mean, I'm a barber. That's kind of what I do. I'm literally out there with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know what I'm saying? But, like, You don't have to be involved in it. You don't have to hold every conversation. You don't have to service every person. You know, like, you're allowed to be picky. You're allowed to use your intuition and allow it to tell you and show you, like, who you're supposed to deal with, how far you're supposed to go. And you know, like, you don't have to watch that TV if it makes you cry. You know, you don't have to watch that TV show. You don't have to listen to that song if that hurts your feelings. You don't have to do these things. You know, like, focus in and really hone in on what brings you happiness, the things that you want to see, the things that you actually enjoy, the things that light your fire, the things that you love. You know, like, focus in on that. Bring that into your life, right? And become involved in it. Participate in it, right? Make sure it's healthy for you, healthy for those around you, right? Thank you guys for all the likes, all of the subscribes, all the donations, all the comments. You guys are the best. I hope you'll have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye, Virgos.